26-year-old Charles James was murdered in cold blood just a few steps away from his home in St. Martin's area of Belize City. James was a member of the Belize Coast Guard for about 4.5 years and held the rank of seaman in the force. His death came as a blow to his community, who remembered Charles fondly. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams said that upon arrival, a shootout ensued in pursuit of the assailants, resulting in the injury of 17-year-old Jamal Jones.
Last night around 8 p.m., police received information of shots fired on Consuelo Street in the St. Martin's de Porres area. Upon arrival, police observed a male person who was later identified as a member of the Belize Coast Guard, suffering from gunshot injuries. He was transported to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police, in responding to the incident, encountered two men who were fleeing the crime scene at the particular moment. They first encountered a police officer who was off duty in plain clothes, and upon the police officer saying to them, "Police," they turned the weapon at the police, but did not fire, but the police fired at them. Fearing for his life, he did fire at them.
According to Williams, after investigating, Jones was determined to be one of two suspects involved in the shooting and was subsequently detained.
They continued fleeing, and little after that, they encountered another police officer who was on duty and was dressed in BDU. And this police officer came face to face with the two alleged gunmen, and they fired shots at the police. The police returned fire, and the two men continued to run. I can say the police officer uniform had bullet holes from the shooting, but thankfully he was not injured. Moments later, the police got information of a person who was seen bleeding at a particular location, and police responded, where they found one Jalen Jones, who was suffering from gunshot injury to the foot, and seemingly he had already gotten someone to assist him in tying the wound to prevent, to stop the bleeding. Police took custody of Jones, and from all indications, he was dressed in the same clothing that one of the two alleged gunmen were dressed in. And police also followed the blood trail from where the officers had fired shots at the gunmen, and the blood trail led to where he was found. So we are sure that he was one of those persons who is involved in the murder and was also one of those who shot at the police.
James was the nephew of late Winston Tanga James, a figure known for his gang affiliations. However, Williams maintained that this incident was not gang-related and instead driven by a dispute over a romantic partner.
Do you believe Mr. James was targeted because of his family relations, or because of the neighborhood he lives in, or that he may be perceived? We know in the Peace Cup he may have been perceived to be affiliated with the BLC gang. Is that why he was targeted?
We believe that it has to do with a woman.
And the mother, in her life, she claims that her son couldn't have been the one because they are friends. So you believe that this dispute happened between associates?
You know, you wonder, people they get killed, and every time the mothers they come down and son, you wonder who they do it. They must be me and Jules, right? Because I don't know, and that is one of our problems. When we have mothers who are condoning, look at how quick this mother last night was in trying to find an excuse for her son. It's just so sad. But again, who would know best where you are? Your friend, right? So, yeah.
According to Williams, the murder weapon has still not been located at this time.
We do have overwhelming evidence to support the fact that he was one of the persons who went to the house and shoot.
But no weapon at this time?
We are going back to the area. We have been made to understand where the weapon may have been dropped in the canal, and so we'll be going back to the area with some equipment to see if we can retrieve it.
Britney Gordon for News 5.